What is going on, guys, girls? Welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, Game of Thrones, and the Khaleesi Daenerys Stormborn. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I here with the starting event again? Didn't I go through all of these events in the first episode, I guess? And yes, that's true, but I've decided to reload for one specific reason, but it has some other benefits as well. Now, shout out to my Patreon supporter, Daysniper, because he actually let me know that the compatibility patch that I spoke of in the first episode has now been released. So literally after I recorded and uploaded the video, that compatibility patch was uploaded as well. And so now, since we didn't really do too much in the first episode, I basically just set the vibe because we're just reading these events. I thought it would be a good idea to just reload and play on the newest version. So this is what we're doing right now. Now, no worries, I'm not going to be reading out all of this again. We'll just click through this and do things a little bit faster. But I did want to show them to you because the new update might have changed some things. One thing it did change for sure is that Dany is no longer just, but authoritative instead. So this is quite a big change because I obviously like to roleplay. I have my own idea of Daenerys, obviously, but still I like to roleplay according to the traits a character has. So her being authoritative instead of just is a big deal, or could potentially be a big deal. Now, I've already marked some characters as important. For now, it's basically the same people, and yeah, we're just going to be moving on forward. Now, there's also one other thing, that's one of the benefits. I have changed the... I've gone over the rules again, the game rules. I took a little bit more time to check them out, and one of the most important things I've done is I've turned on the R+L=J game rule. Someone in the comments mentioned that this would be a good thing to do, as this will have extra events associated with Dany, and so I thought, alright, might as well turn it on. And I'm also going to just scroll through this for those of you who are interested in what kind of game rules I'm using, because I did change a couple of them as well. So you can pause whenever, you can just check it out, and you'll see what I have, what I've decided to play with. Alright, so there we go. So those are the game rules, and we're going to basically do the same thing though. I'm going to go with a martial education, especially now that we're authoritative. I feel like this fits even better. And I'm going to also, something I wanted to do last time but I forgot, I wanted to make Jorah our guardian, because I kind of feel like he is, in a way. So yeah, let's do that. And that also will help with our martial education, because he is only a dutiful commander, only a trained fighter, but he is strong. He does have quite a lot of martial, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, anything else that I might have forgotten? No, I did not make our dragons important characters. I think that's probably not necessary. So with the rightful queen, we'll move on. And you know what? Yeah, this time we don't have that weird spear. I really didn't understand why we had that in the first place. So anyway, yeah, we can move on a little bit faster. Okay. And yeah, there's going to be some titles. We have a new regent, and the others have declared their war. That's, yeah, so far so not unusual. We have some whips that have been added to our dragon's treasury. Okay, do we have Drogon's whip? We do. Alright, very good. Okay, now, I'm not sure how you are creating these titles, because I've actually turned that off, but okay, maybe. Balon Greyjoy is declaring war. Okay, that's fine. And we get a strong claim on Dragonstone. So far, so good. Okay, there is people being killed by the White Walkers. So far, so normal. Very good. Still waiting for that first event. We're not getting these Karth events, interestingly. Ah, there we go. Okay. Val is dead again. The House of the Undying, I'm no child. There's the Shade of the Evening. We're gonna have to take the door on the right. There we are. We're gonna keep going. Yeah, it's like the same thing, right? Mother, they cry. Go to the door on the right. And the red sword. That's fine. Has added Trident. What is Trident? Oh, it's a trident. His trident is a trident. Okay, very good. Awesome. Okay, and then Dragon must not be afraid. We've had this as well. I've come for the gift of truth. Help me. And there's Dracarys. I like how a lot of you actually thought that this was the best part of the last episode. That's awesome. Also, by the way, I love the artwork that we have up here. It's really good. It's awesome. I mean, this is obviously from the show, but still. Never was a sound so sweet. Yeah. So, and last time, this doesn't seem to be happening here, but last time Rakaro slew, like we actually got a message about Rakaro slaying the leader of the Pureborn or something. That was really cool as well. But yeah, anyways, the Silver Bell. So this we haven't read, so we're going to continue here. The Undying are dead, which is ironic. Burned to ash by Drogon's flames. Your tiny Khalasar celebrates your victory by braiding your hair with a silver bell, but this victory is not without cost. The Carthene are outraged, and their fractious rulers unite to demand your exile from their city. Your host, Xaro, pleads with you to flee with him to the Jade Sea, but you refuse, and he angrily sends you away. With your last friend in Karth, a friend no longer, you hurry to the docks where Ser Jorah has been searching for ships. Ships you find, but allies also. A huge eunuch named Strong Belvas. Yes! We have Strong Belvas. I love him. So cool. And his aide, Squire Arston. Yes! Arston Whitebeard, who intervene to save you from an assassin. They explain that they have been sent by your old friend Illyrio Morpartes with 3 ships to carry you back to Pentas. Okay, so at least the ships don't smell like cheese. Belvas joins... Oh, Groleo. Wait, what about Arston? I don't know. I changed my mind, accept Xaro's offer. We gain gold. We marry Xaro Zoran Doxos. I always mispronounce it. Okay, but Belvas and Groleo still join us. And he gets Rhaegal. Now, it's interesting that he's white. In the show, he's black. Like, he's a black man. So, I'm actually unsure. He's also homosexual, interestingly. Huh. A cruel man. Yeah, I think no. I don't want to do this. I want to go the other path. So we're going to go with this. And of course, Beric Dondarrion's doing stuff. I want to check out Groleo. Is this? Who is Groleo? I'm uncertain. I know Strong Belvas. But, yeah. Wow, look at his combat skill. 140 combat skill. By the way, what is Jorah's combat skill? 85. That's already pretty good. But Strong Belvas is just insane. What's our combat skill? Minus 10. Okay, we're a child, so that makes sense. Good. I guess we'll be moving on. And, okay. The White Walkers are problematic. They're killing everyone. That's fine. Okay, now... Commander improved. Oh, Jorah is teaching Uggo something. That's really cool. He's the man in iron. The Andal, Jorah the Andal. Okay, Lightfoot leader. And that's, well, Lightfoot leader? Really? You're teaching a Dothraki how to lead infantry? That's maybe not the best idea. Hostatali is known as the Infirm. That's awesome. Lately, you have been having these dreams. In them, you see a large beast flying above, slowly circling until it lands before you, revealing itself to be a dragon. The beast opens its mouth, and in a massive roar of fire engulfs you. Then you awaken. I wonder what my guardian has to say about these dreams. Yeah, we'll talk to Jorah about it. We'll see what he says. I like that. I actually like that this connects to him. So Jorah encouraged you to face these dreams and try to sleep better. Okay, interesting. That's a cool picture, actually. Okay. So... there we go. So I was wondering when this next event is going to happen. Slaver's Bay. So we've actually moved from Karth. We have now moved to Slaver's Bay. Oh, it doesn't actually show? Oh, there we go. Eastern Slaver's Bay. Western Slaver's Bay. Okay. 3 ships speed you to Pentas and promises of aid 3 ships speed you to Pentas and promises of aid, but your experiences in Koth have soured you to accepting charity. You will not be a beggar queen. Dragons do not beg. You will take what is yours with fire and blood. But first, you need an army. As you consider your options in your cabin, Jorah approaches you and, confessing love, attempts a kiss. Much as you care for him, you do not desire him, and spurn his clumsy advances. Keen to change the subject, Jorah tells you of a place where armies might be purchased. Astapor, home to the Unsullied, the finest soldiers in the world. At night, your thoughts whirl as you question yourself. Leadership is lonely, and you begin to miss Drogo intently. At least you have your loyal handmaidens to comfort you. It is good to be Khaleesi. It is known to Astapor. I must go to Pentas instead. Okay, so this is interesting. So, by deciding to go to Astapor, we immediately accept Irie's, well, you know, that. But if we go to Pentas, we don't. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, I'll take it, obviously. And so, we are immediately at war, it appears. Irie is now our lover, but we already have her as an important character. Okay, so yeah, I think we're gonna get events. We are immediately at war. Yunkish Astaporian war for the city of Giscar. We can join them. We're somehow involved. And Astaporian slave raid. Okay, Astapor is our liege now. Interesting. That's interesting. Okay, we'll move on. We'll see what happens next. Stannis burned someone to death. Cool. Harpy's bargain. The good masters of Astapor are rude, arrogant, and cruel beyond measure, but their Unsullied are as formidable as the story of their training is heartbreaking. Particularly troubling is the tale of how they prove they can kill, for every soldier represents a murdered child. You begin to question using such men to reclaim your throne. Unsullied are also very expensive. Haggling through a pretty young interpreter to hide your knowledge of the Giscari tongue, you finally propose a trade that shocks your advisors. Every Unsullied they have in exchange for a dragon. The slavers accept your terms, though they demand the largest of the dragons, Drogon. In turn, you ask for the interpreter as a gift, and they lazily wave assent. You soon free the girl and ask her to tell you all she knows of Astapor. And there we have her, Missandei, who is currently still enslaved. Plot to rescue from prison. So, okay, that's interesting. My mind is set. So we become the liberator. Missandei joins us. She is... Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. So, no longer a slave. That's interesting. She's arrived at our court. Our heir is currently our liege. Oh, yeah, that's fine. And there we have Liberator. This character is a fanatical opponent of the practice of slavery, seeking to eliminate it from the world by any means necessary. That's pretty brutal. Okay, now, here's the exchange. You have agreed a deal with the Good Masters for an army of Unsullied where you gain all the Unsullied available, including the boys in training. In exchange for your ships, your goods, and Drogon, the biggest and healthiest of your dragons. Now, you are now at the Plaza of Punishment to execute the deal. Your company has brought the goods and a caged Drogon before Krasnus and the rest of the Good Masters while Krasnus hands over the Harpy's fingers. The whip, symbolizing you now own the Unsullied force. And once more, this deal does not quite work for us. Dracarys! And we're gonna burn them all to death. Now, by the way, just want to mention this here. I once played a multiplayer campaign. It's been a couple of years back, I think. Where I played as Astapor. This was like the shortest campaign I've ever had because it was burned to death by Daenerys. So that was like, I lasted 2 minutes. That was really fun. And then I switched, and I didn't last too long either. I'll probably leave a link to that just for those of you who are interested. But either way, we're gonna burn him to death right now. Very cool. Heir to the rune of Vestoloro. Do we actually... No, we don't actually have the whip yet for the Unsullied. Okay. The sack of Astapor. A dragon is no slave, and Drogon refused to serve the Good Masters, burning them to death upon your command. You, however, did receive the Unsullied, and you now have 3 dragons and an army fighting the slavers of Astapor. The city is barely garrisoned and is easily taken. You have liberated Astapor, the Good Masters have been killed, and you now control the city. The former slaves look to you as their new master, calling you mother, Misa. Now you are to move now you are to move on in your journey. Yet before you can take your leave from Astapor, you must leave someone to govern the city. I shall leave a council to rule. So, okay. Krasnys dies. The Unsullied join our cause. Grey Worm joins our cause. Hero joins our cause. Astapor will abolish slavery. They will be sacked. And a 3,000-man regiment arrives in Astapor. That's actually not a whole lot. Then we have like 10,000 Unsullied. Or, I should settle here and rule. Interesting. So basically the same thing happens. No, I'll leave a council to rule. Yeah, we will move on. We will free Yunkai Marine, and then we'll move on. That's how we'll do it. Okay, I shall leave a council to rule. And we now have a new heir, Jorah. Interestingly. Okay. We'll pause here. Mans Raider now has a Werewood Spear. That's good for him. But probably not that good because all of his people are dying. Okay, besides people being killed by the White Walkers, do we have... Krasnys was killed. Hero has arrived at our court. I don't actually remember Hero, unfortunately, so... I'm only going to mark Grey Worm as an important character. He's actually a worse fighter than Jorah, interestingly. Okay, Viserion, Rhaegal, Drogon have arrived. And the good master of Astapor. He actually does not like us. Abolished slavery. What the hell? How are you unhappy about that? Okay, that's fine. Missandei has arrived. Okay, that's all good. Good. Okay, we have 13,000 men. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Now, who's going to lead this? Let me quickly check. Jorah, Diandel, will be leading the center. And then we have our Blood Riders, Uggo and Rokaro. I'm not sure what Jogo is doing. But I think he's like our advisor or something. No, he's not a commander. Oh, his marshal's not that high. Let me quickly... Actually, let me appoint some bodyguards, at least. Strong Belvas could be a bodyguard. We have Rokaro, obviously. We need our Blood Riders to be bodyguards, that's for sure. And, interesting. Jorah? I cannot make Jogo a bodyguard. Grey Worm, you will be a bodyguard as well. Why not? I'm confused. Jogo, you need to be a commander. Well, Belvas, you'll be a commander. Actually, yeah, Jogo doesn't seem to be a good fighter. So, I want Grey Worm instead. Okay. And then we have so many titles. Paramount Knight, I would like to give to Jorah. We might give this to Barristan Selmy. But Arstan has not arrived at our court. At least, I don't think so. He has not. Huh, that's unfortunate. He might still be in the Kingsguard or something. I'm actually unsure. Okay, well, we still have counselors and all that stuff, but I don't think that's too important right now. Okay, we'll wait and see what happens next. The Yellow City. Okay, so we leave Astapor and march towards Yunkai. So let's actually do that. Another famous slaver city. The Yunkai command a significant force of slave soldiers and mercenaries. Among them, the Stormcrows and the Second Sons. The city is made of yellow bricks, crumbling walls, and tall stepped pyramids. Their emblem is flying over the city, a harpy-like creature as far as you can tell. Yunkai is said to be able to field a significant force of slave soldiers. However, Yunkai is known for training bed slaves, not warriors. Before you are the wise masters and the captains of the mercenaries. Come to parley with you. They offer you much coin to leave the city alone and be on your way. But we will not agree to this. Cleon the Butcher King, he is the one that will later be in charge of Astapor, if I'm not mistaken. Khaleesi declares war. Cleon, the good master abdicates to Cleon the Butcher, and he dies. Very good. So, Shouldn't this war be over? Oh yes, Dario's coup. You are ready to begin the battle for Yunkai. However, Dario Naharis of the Storm Crows was enthralled by your beauty and has come before you in the middle of the night. He tells you he has killed the 2 other captains of the Storm Crows and now offers the company in the service of you, as he says, my sword is yours, my life is yours, my love is yours, my blood, my body, my songs, you own them all. I live and die at your command, fair queen. Okay, it's a bit much, Dario. It's a bit much, but I'll take it. Your men are most welcome. So, Mayor of the Second Sons abdicates to Brown Ben Plum. That's so cool. He's amazing as well. And yeah, we will get new troops joining us here. Mance Raider is known as the Handsome. That's good for him. Just gotta get rid of some of this stuff. And there we go. So, the war's still ongoing. We don't actually have anyone on our side just yet. We are becoming rude. Okay, he doesn't mind us becoming rude, interestingly. So we're rude now. Okay, I could see that. I could see Daenerys being rude. Jaime Lannister was killed by Robb Stark. Okay, that's pretty funny. But yeah, we'll move on. And Jigwe has died. No. No, that's not good. But Irri is our lover, so there is that. Okay. Anyway, we're still moving. I thought that would be... there would be an event here that stops this. But it doesn't seem to be the case. We just completely annihilated their army. Ago is now known as the Fist of Milk. Okay. That's a cool nickname, for sure. And Aegon of Essos has landed, declaring his war on Joffrey. Aegon Targaryen, a young silver-haired man, has landed in Westeros, claiming to be Aegon VI, trueborn son of Rhaegar Targaryen and rightful king of the Seven Kingdoms. It is widely believed that he perished in the Red Keep at the hands of Gregor Clegane during the War of the Usurper, along with his sister Rhaenys and mother Elia of Dorne. It is purported that it was not Aegon who perished there, but some peasant baby who was put in Aegon's place. Now this claimant lands, and he has the Golden Company at his back. Long live the true king. I actually don't know what to think of him, because if it's true, he would be our nephew. His friend is Illyrio. So, long live the true king. And I think Illyrio could be important as well. But yeah, we'll call him the king for now. But, yeah. We are marching against the wise masters of Yunkai, and we'll probably crush them. But I'm going to be ending it here for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I will see you next time.